Team Jammers. Hey, Eno. What's up, cooking in the mode? The gameplay couch. T. What's up, Dina? Hey, Lola Ted. What's up, Vi? Hey, Ron. Nothing much, Dina. What's going on with you, baby girl? Hey, Gary. Good evening to you too, Lola Ted. Hey, Jay. What's up, all right, Trip? Hey, Sylvia. All right, Vi. We'll be here. D, you gotta retract the comment. You can't say subscribe. Hey, Deanne. Welcome, welcome. Doing pretty good, Deanne. Ah, that's you, Bonga, Bonga, Lola Ted. Hey, Minds Vlogs. Whoop, whoop. D, you don't even have to say that because everybody is here for the same reason. So as long as you're in the live, people will connect to you. And then the way that you let them know that you connected to them is you just put their channel name and you put a heart, and then y'all are connected. But you can't use the S word in any way, shape, form, or fashion because YouTube will try to make it seem like this is a sub for sub, and that's not what this is. Hey, Joanna. Whoop, whoop. Yes, Team Jammers. What y'all know about that? How is everybody? Welcome, welcome. Glad everybody was able to make it out. What's up, Avi, baby girl? I ain't seen you in a little bit. You been hiding from me? Yes. So D, probably if you just read the descriptions, like look in the description box and read the rules, that'll help you too. Everybody wants to be your friend, Joanna. You're connecting and getting to know people and supporting each other. Hey, People Power TV. Oh, you just been working? Girl, Avi baby, I feel you. I had to actually go into the office yesterday. So when I have to go into the office these days, I have to stay till 5. So it kind of makes it for a long day when I have to stay till 5. Yes. Yeah, and D, do not hesitate to ask. If you have a question, this is an open forum. What it does is it also helps you to learn the YouTube etiquette. So when you go into another live, then you already kind of know because we all pretty much have the same rules because we're following YouTube guidelines. So if you have a question, hey, listen well, if you have a question, don't hesitate to ask. Okay? Thank you, people power. I hope everybody is doing well. So one of the things that I wanted to kind of talk about because is just kind of that whole conversation was on Lola Tets live. One of the things that I found that she was doing is she was actually talking to the people that were in her live about YouTube etiquette and the things you should do and the things that you should not do. So I think that Lola Ted and I are actually going to probably do like maybe a small collab or something because I'm trying to find oh there it is. I was trying to find my mouse, y'all, because it got away from me. Um so and say what I have to say in English and she can translate it in Tagalog and then vice versa. And so, girl, don't be talking about no wings and pizza. Um, but yes, Green Organic Love is in here. When did you come in? Green Organic Love, where are you? Whoa, girl, how you slip in the door? You must have came in sideways because I didn't even see you, Green Organic Love. Welcome, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Girl, come over there and get some greens out your garden. I saw you got the celery growing. Hey, grammar class. Thank you. Thank you. Um, yes, I know. Hey, Nikki. I didn't see you come in. You must have came in sideways. But yeah, so anyway, one of the like I said before, we were just talking about just etiquette, and I was telling her that I thought that was an awesome thing that she was doing because it's not just Filipino YouTube etiquette, it's everybody. I mean, especially when you're first starting off because you honestly don't know. And if people are not willing to teach you, hey Black Spring, welcome, welcome. Boy, that jumped up real fast. Um, you just don't know. And if people are cooking in the mode. But you just don't know. When you're a small YouTuber, y'all remember when you first started school, you met somebody who kind of showed you the ropes? That's how YouTube is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a community of people who are willing to kind of guide you and show you the ropes. But unfortunately, um, YouTube is not well known for being that way. And so people like me, hey Brady TV, people like me and some of the other channels are trying to make that corner. We can bring a relationship with YouTube into a whole different era. And what do I mean by that? I mean that when we come in contact with individuals that we know are just starting, I'm just, don't get me wrong, I'm a small YouTube channel myself. Okay, thank you. I'll try to jump over there where you are, gameplay couch. No problem. Hey, virtuous to mommy. Welcome, my love. Bring a different approach to what it means to be on YouTube. And so it's very important for Hey Minds Vlogs. Okay, thank you. It's very important for us to teach the next person what we know. So where do we start? Say, for example, coming into this live. If you've never been in a live, or you've been in very few lives, or um maybe you're used to going into somebody's live and they just kind of let you do that rules, it makes a difference. So that's basically like, when you go to somebody's house, you're not going to walk into somebody's house, just go straight to the, hey song, go straight to the refrigerator, open up their refrigerator and find you something to eat. You're not. So when you come in, you're going to be mindful of whether you have to take your shoes off, where if you can go ahead and have a seat, they'll let you know if you can have a seat. And if you're hungry or whatever, they may ask something if you want something to drink. So that's the same way that you have to be when you're dealing with the YouTube community. You have to think about it from the perspective of, I am actually going into someone's home. So you're in my house. And because of the fact that you're in my house, I have rules that are in the description box. So we don't want to be using the dreaded S word. You use sub for sub, or subscribe me, or sub this, or sub anything. YouTube can actually flag the video and say that we're trying to do sub, which support one another. The other thing is, just because you decide to subscribe to someone's channel does not mean they are going to automatically subscribe back to you. There are a lot of YouTubers out there who they want you to leave a comment on their video. Let them know if you like their video. Right, Green Organic Love, thank you. Let them know, yes, let them know whether they actually like your content or not. So here's the thing: if somebody subscribed to you, don't beat their door down. Okay, I I please return, please return, please return, please return. Because eventually, what happens for me because I have gone into different lives where people have constantly called my name. They go to my channel, they subscribe. I don't get a comment. I don't know if they watch the video. I'm not sure what they're doing, but they do that, and then they come back to the live and say, Tony, return, Tony, come, Tony, this, Tony, that. And eventually, thank you, ma'am, thank you, song. Eventually, what happens is I ignore them. I don't go to their, to me, it shows a level of desperation, and nobody wants to deal with somebody who's desperate. So imagine, as a woman, if every time you left your house, you have this same man chasing behind you, talking about, hey Tony, I want to go on a date with you. I want to get to know you. I want to, and they're constantly pulling at you. Even if in the beginning you thought they might have been attractive. Hey, Mike and Sana. Hey, oh man, I done missed a bunch of folks. Hey, Bumpy Johnson. Thank you so much for coming in. Hey, Shelton. I'm so sorry, but the reason I'm talking is because I want to make sure that we pass along as much information as we can. If you have a man, as a woman, if you have a man that's constantly chasing you down, I don't care how fine you thought they were in the beginning, that's unattractive, because they look and they appear desperate. Nobody wants a desperate man. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with the woman. You want a woman that walks with her head held high. She has class. She knows how to take care of her business. You don't want somebody always chasing you down. I need my bills paid, things like that. You want somebody that will actually represent herself in a way that you feel is attractive and appealing. So think about that when you who is doing that. Don't do that, because that's a turnoff. And people are not going to want, not only are they not going to want to support you, they're not going to want to be a part of your family. They're not going to want to watch any of your videos. They're not going to want to have anything to do with you. So what's important is you take the time to, if you decide to subscribe to their channel, give them a minute, because I don't know about anybody else, but it's very difficult for me when I'm in a live to watch videos and all that stuff, because I'm trying to pay attention to the live. Yes, I might connect with you, but as far as watching the videos and stuff like that, my personal preference is the individual. I already said this once before, but I'm going to repeat it because I have a different audience. When I am in a live, say for example, when I'm in Lola, I was in Lola Tet's live, right? Yes, ma'am. I was in Lola Tet's live. So what I have now is I have a playlist that's titled Lola Tet. Why do I have a playlist that's titled Lola Tet? Hey, Miss B Town Hester, when I have a playlist titled Lola Tet. Why? Because everybody that I connected with in her live, what I did is when I went to their channel, I connected with them. I dumped 1 to 2 videos in that playlist that's titled Lola Tet. Why is this important? It's important because it reminds you, number one, of where you met the person. That's the first thing. The second thing is it puts that person's content in a place where you can come back, sit down, watch the video, make a valued comment, and let that person know that you have visited their channel and you're supporting them. So it takes the pressure of trying to watch a video, trying to remember, and having a genuine connection and conversation. Hey, Britton King, you feel what I'm saying? It takes the pressure off of you of having to keep all that stuff in your head. So when you are in a live, the etiquette dictates that you go in, you connect with somebody, you either say we're family now. If you don't want to use words, you put a heart. You don't put a bunch of emojis. I was in another live right before I came on, and most of the people that was in this particular live, hey Shay's World, yes, Miss Lola Tet. Most of the people that was in this particular live for the first time that I've seen in a really long time was brand new. So like that, I was this, especially this one person, I was constantly warning them. I timed them out twice. They came back with the same foolishness. So I eventually had to block them because they were spamming this person's chat. And as a moderator, you're supposed to be watching the chat. Hey, Tom Girl City, you're supposed to be watching the chat for the host. Why is it important for you to watch the chat for the host? Because one, the host is hosting the event. They cannot keep up with, especially if they have a fast move, all of that, and who's doing what, and if somebody is using inappropriate language and different things like that. So we're going to transition from you being a just a typical, hey, positive vibes, being a typical YouTuber who is actually in someone's live and connecting, to now you're a YouTuber who has been delegated as a moderator. As a moderator, you need to be mindful of what your duties are. Your duties is to have that host back. So when you see somebody that's spamming the chat, you're supposed to give them a warning. The general rule of thumb is 2 warnings and then you time them out. Some people say 3 warnings, you time them out. But at the same time, you need to give them a warning out of courtesy for the fact that the person might be brand spanking new to the YouTube community. They will not know. So you have to teach them. It is our job as content creators who have been around in the lives, and I've only been around in the lives for a few months, but I have learned. Hey, Expedition Greg, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, Kulasa Vlogs. Lives for a few months, but I have learned a lot. And so, yes, so let me get back. So as a moderator, you need to warn that person, and then you need to go ahead and if they are absolutely not listening, you need to time them out. You should always have your host on Instagram or their cell phone number or something. So if you have to privately let them know that this person is spamming a chat and you need to block them because you timed them out X number of times and they are still not listening. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not necessarily assigning moderators to people who've done this before, D. Hey, young black, I have assigned my moderators to people that I know will genuinely have my back. Because hey, Juliet, woof woof. Um, and hey, Mel's Kitchen and Style. And you have to be careful because hey, little Tadler, because I'm just saying, no, what's up? I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure I'm greeting everybody as they coming in. But the thing of it is, because I heard even TR say that, there's a concern of somebody coming into the live. If you give them moderator privileges, it could be somebody who could now I'm not monetized yet. Yes, you are a moderator now. Yes. Um, I'm not monetized yet, but there is a concern that somebody who has I'm not monetized yet, but there is a concern that somebody who is a moderator, you made a moderator, could come in and they could actually block somebody from your channel that is a person who financially supports your channel. So you don't want to be just, hey, more eats. You don't want to I'm good, Mama Cedar. How are you? You don't want to be assigning moderator status to people who you have to be concerned about. If you moderator, that's the basic thing. So outside of warning somebody before you time them out, like I said before, in this particular instance, I had to, which they got warned like 6 times and they got timed out twice. Okay, and so no, no, no. You feel free to hey, tripping with AJ Moore. What's up, girl? Feel free to network, D. Don't worry about it, girl. You good. You're not hurting anything. I have several moderators. The only one that's in here. But anyway, yeah, so that's one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about this is because hey, typical Irish game. There's so much that's going on in these lives, and I feel bad for the host sometimes because it'd be craziness. I'm just like just straight craziness. The other thing is you don't get into an argument. I had somebody, I was in that same live about 3 weeks ago, and one of the moderators put for somebody to return to them as a moderator. She should not be writing that because as a moderator, you're supposed to be leading by example. Okay. You're supposed to be a person that, because if they see you as a moderator doing it, they're going to want to do it too. And they're not going to care because if they see you doing, that's just like a child. Well, she did it. She did it. Just because that person did it. Hey, Lee Mike. Hey, Mercy, Mercy. Yeah, just because they're a moderator does have the right to be putting spam words in the chat, and they should know better. You need to know the person got your back when it got away from me. Hold on. When they go hard for you, ride or die, yeah, 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 And so anyway, um, yeah. So that's what I was saying. So anyway, what happened was this particular person, well, I'm not, I'm cool with the next person. I don't have no problem. You don't have no problem with me. I don't have no problem with you. But I just made the comment, please remember not to use spam words because other people will see that and want to do it too. And she said, when did I use a spam word? And I like copied what she wrote and I put it in quotation marks and I pasted it back in the chat, and I said, this is what you said. And then she said, you need to keep my name out of your mouth. And I'm like, okay, so you ghetto. And I don't do ghetto. I don't get into it when I say way. I didn't say nothing else to her, but I let the host know you need to check her because, hey, Ruby. Oh, hey, New York Scratchy. Good Lord, I got a bunch of folks coming up in here. How's everybody doing? But yeah, I don't do ghetto. I don't do that. And hey, Everyday Monday. And my thing is, if you want to jump crazy with me, because family Dan Strider, what? Hey, how you doing? You know, if you want to jump crazy with me because you're doing wrong, you know, you really need to think about the fact that you're at somebody else's house. So that's just, we're going to go back to the analogy of being at someone's home. If somebody came in my house, especially like, say for example, take my son, he know good and darn well he not supposed to be putting his, hey Vacation City, putting his feet up on my furniture. Come think that I was cool with people putting their yeah, it is going fast, New York Scratch. I'm not used to that. uh the other person, the next person would think that it was cool for them to put their feet up on my furniture. So that's my point. As a moderator, you have to make sure that you demonstrate the behavior that is representative of the host. So the way that I run my house may not be the way that somebody else run their house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn their rules so that I can act. Now, when you come to my house, my moderators are going to do the same thing. They're going to enforce the rules according to the way that I run my house. And so it's a respect thing. You know, just because this person allow you to do that over there, that's not something that I'm going to allow at my house. I may be uncomfortable with that. So that's the reason I mentioned the mods, because I think that there's a misperception that, you know, when you become a moderator, that you can just, you have free reign to just kind of do whatever. And, you know, you can't do that. You can't do that, because that's just like your child going out there in the street. Yes. Yes. You know, that's just like your child going out there in the street and cutting the food. And, you know, the first thing they're gonna say is, you know, his parents didn't teach him. Yes, I know, right? His parents, hey, before and after the mix, his parents didn't teach him right. Well, that's not true. Just, but it's like, you know, the Bible talks about having free will. He consciously made a decision to go out there and cut the fool in the street. I can't control everything that people, you know, that they do. I can only try to regulate what's going on here in my house. So going back, we're gonna flip back. Hey, Lisa's vlog. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Connect. Um, Going back to the flip side. Now I talked about being a moderator. I'm going back to you as a moderator. Now you're a content creator trying to connect. And so the thing of it is that you, the way that you want to be treated. Don't heavily pursue somebody, because I'm a person that feels like, if I'm getting the used car sales attitude from other content creators, I don't fool with you. It's a turn off. So that's something to remember. The other thing is, as much as you want to say come back, you know, I hope they subscribe back to my channel. I hope that they show me the same level of support that I do. Do not, under any certain terms, leave the word return, come, sub, home. You don't want to put that stuff on people's channel, because I'm gonna tell you, as a content creator, I go through and I do an audit on my comments. And if somehow, because that's why I review my comments before they're shown to the public. Because if it has any buzzwords in there that could be considered spam, I delete them. I delete them. I make a notation of the channel that is making those comments. And there was one particular person I noticed, they watched like 4 of my videos, or I'm not even gonna say that. They left a comment on like 4 of my videos. And what I did was, and the comment was the same on all of them. I deleted 3 of the comments. I left 1. I went back and I responded, but I went to their to that comment and I replied, please do not leave spam comments on my channel or any other YouTuber's channel. This is disrespectful. And that's, I put that on there so that they would understand you don't go from house to house to house leaving those types of comments on people's channel. So I have the spam, then I have my other comments that are held for review, and then the ones that are public. And I go through my comments and I make sure that if I have anything like that, that I go ahead and I delete it. But before I delete it, I make a notation of the channel so that I can legitimately go to that person's channel, save a video for me to watch for a thoughtful comment on that video so that they would understand, because sometimes it's a breakdown in communication. Sometimes they're flying through there and they're trying to do stuff real quick and they just saying whatever and doing whatever. It's the same thing. Do not come to my house and park yourself in the middle of my floor eating a greasy piece of chicken with no napkin, no plate, no nothing, dropping crumbs. Don't do that, because to me, that's what in my house and making a mess and being disrespectful. So when I go and make a comment, I try to make sure that I at least pay attention to what's going on in the video. If the video is in another language, don't hate on the fact that everybody does not speak English. For one, that's discrimination. Everybody ain't gonna speak English. So that's why they have Google Translator. Those of y'all who are sleeping on these other cultures because they don't speak because they speak another language, you are shooting yourself in the foot, because there are too many resources out here for you to be able to translate what they're saying and make a comment on their video. If I have no idea what the video is about before I even start watching, I paste that sucker into Google and I put translate and it tells me what the video is going to be about. Then I go and watch the video. If I can't understand what they're saying, I take the title and I try to follow what they're saying based on the title. I pause the video, make my comment based on what I think is going on, and then I don't say nothing. New channel, I subscribe to your channel, I hit the thumbs up. I don't say none of that, because it's obvious if you subscribe to their channel, if you hit the thumbs up, you did all of that. What's most important is the fact that you're sitting there on that video. You need to leave evidence that you were there. So you go ahead and you make a comment based, if you can't make a comment based on the content of the video, make a comment based on the title and try to do the best you can. Because I had one video, I had no earthly idea what the heck was going on, but they were sitting on a beautiful wind going, looked like they were having fun. And I made the comment, I miss going to the beach. It's so sad that right now during this time, we're not able to do something that is so relaxing. To me, that's a very valuable comment, because even if I have no idea what exactly was going on, I see a beach. I see the wind. They was chilling and having a good time. Nonverbal communication works too. So that's the other thing, is you have to take time and actually follow what's going on in the video. That's why you don't pick videos that's 10, 15 minutes long. You don't have a lot of time. I have a playlist right now that I'm a little behind on, and I literally had like 80 some odd videos in there. There's no way in the world I'm gonna watch a 10, 15-minute video for 80 people. So I picked the ones that were anywhere from less than a minute. To me is too short, but I do a minute to maybe 3 minutes. And if they don't have anything like that, I try to be courteous. I only grab one, but it's like no more than 5 minutes. And you can get what you need to get of watching the video. You know what I'm saying? And just leave a comment. So that's the other thing. That's courtesy. Because if you don't do on somebody else's channel what you don't want done on yours, You don't want people come leaving trash on yours, don't leave trash on theirs. You see what I'm saying? So another like I said before, when I went to Lola Tet's her live, I have all these playlists on the side of my screen because I am just a person. My life is just like this chat, fast moving. There's a lot going on. Hey, Faith and Hope. There's a lot going on, and I want to make sure that I'm at least connecting with people in a way that I remember where, if I remember where I met them, based on the way that I have their videos saved. So I think that, that's very important. We all need to be courteous of everybody. We need to be courteous of the fact that this is a worldwide platform. We need struggle with different languages. I'm trying to learn as much Tagalog as I possibly can. We have a huge population of Filipino population on YouTube. They're very loyal supporters. They do not be playing when it comes to, trying to help you grind and do the things that you have to do. But if all you caught up on is they making videos that I don't understand, your channel is going to be stagnant. It's going to be stagnant. That's just the truth. That's just like saying that you're never going to eat at you're only going to eat at well, your palate is going to be bland for the rest of your life because there are so many other things that you can choose from out here in this world. You have to open your mind. So if you open your mind to culture and to learning how to mesh and blend and get along with people, you learn so much. You learn so much. There are too many things going on in this world where we have to constantly be separated and feel like we need to classify ourselves. We don't always have to classify ourselves. That's my opinion. Here is my, I mean, and all I'm trying to do is make sure I share the information. We have some channels on here now that's way bigger than mine. We have some channels on here that are already monetized and they have already hit their goals as far as, where I'm trying to go with my channel. But I feel like, there is, I don't think that you could ever not have, I don't think that you could ever have too much information when it comes to how to conduct yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And it was great, wasn't it, Green Organic Love? Because the love that you feel amongst the Filipino population, I ain't never, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's 44 people up in this joint. It's 44 people up in this live. Cooking in the Mo and her husband Rom, Ray, and because it wasn't just about the numbers. It wasn't just a DZ. I don't know what's going on with you because I'm not experiencing that. I think it might be your internet connection. Yes, that's right, grammar class. I broke down in tears. It wasn't just about the numbers, it wasn't just about the people coming. It was about the genuine affection that I felt with them coming over to my channel. They genuinely came over here to support me and to let me know that I was welcome within their family and that I was loved. You don't get that everywhere. Hey, how the garden? Hey, Fatma. I have a lot of people coming in here, and I just want to apologize right now. Because I usually greet everybody when they come in. A lot of times I'm greeting y'all and I'm dancing. But um, I just felt like there was, after being in Lola Tet's live, there were so many things that needed to be said because I agree, we have so many people jumping on YouTube right now. And I ain't gonna lie, I was guilty of that too. I did the one thing that is like the rudest thing that you could possibly do. I saw people's links being dropped, and I was like, I had no idea what a moderator even was. I didn't even pay attention to the fact that some people had blue and they had wrenches, and then some people was gray. I didn't understand any of that. I had no earthly idea what the heck I got myself into. So one of the first things that I saw when they was dropping links, I was like, "Oh, I want to drop my link." I tried dropping my link and it wouldn't show up. It kept like I hit enter for it to go and it never showed up. It never showed up. Thanks, Rom. It never showed up. And it didn't dawn on me that I'm in a situation where this is maybe it wasn't appropriate for me to be doing that. So when I learned about the wrenches and being a moderator and everything and understanding what that means, I know now that somebody was deleting my deleting my comment because I wasn't supposed to be trying to drop my link. So it because it's rude. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just the thing. We all have to be helpers one to another. We have to be in a situation where we are willing to share information. We have to be willing to have open communication and let people know if you're a small YouTuber doing stuff, I'm gonna tell you, I'm the mother of the group. I don't care where I go. I don't care what if there's people older than me or younger than me. I don't care where I fall in that spectrum. My natural personality is to nurture and mother people. That is just, hey, American Wanderer. That's just who I am. So I always find myself in a situation where people are bringing their kids to me because maybe they're cutting up or maybe they need somebody to talk to and they're not listening or whatever the situation is. I always find myself in a position where I'm having to actually have a conversation with somebody and kind of, mostly young people, get them straight. So I, I think I had mentioned this once before. I was managing a private residence, put me on her child's list at the school, and they was blowing up my phone because she was cutting up, and I had to tell her to take me off of there because I was like, oh Lord, no, that's too much. She was just Fatma. Y'all hold on just a second. Oh, this thing don't want to go. Come on now. Um T, are you in here? I'm having a hard time getting back to it. T, well, before and after the mix, because I know you in here. Or Lola Tet, I need one of the moderators to go back up because Fatma put a comment in the chat that needs to be deleted. And for some reason, my mouse is acting cool. Hey, random videos. That's right. That's right. Be amazing when you give, you receive, especially if you give freely. Yeah, Vi, it said it was telling somebody to come. Yeah, it's back. You have to go back because I don't know. The chat is moving so fast. It's oh, you got it, DZ. Thank you. I saw it, but I couldn't catch it because my mouse was just like it wouldn't move the chat. And then somebody, who is that? Every Yeah, so y'all just be careful with the emojis. Either one or two emoji, please. No thumbs up, just use a heart. Um, yeah. Yeah, it is DZ because it's basically you can't add to do it. So if they saying anything, like if you look at the description box, it'll tell you. You can't say come back, return. You don't say any of that stuff. So if that is what they're doing, then it needs to be deleted, and we need in the chat. Oh, you can't find it, Izzy's life? Hey, Tatsky. Did I say that right? No, they can't ask you. Like Chef and More say, you can't ask, you ain't ask, you can't ask, you can't ask. You can't ask in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Yes. So yeah. Yeah, so that's the other thing is, yeah, you have to make absolutely certain. That's why it's good to have mods in here, because like I said before, um I'm looking at the chat, but it's moving so fast, you know, you trying to catch everything, and it's hard, because it's moving so fast. Oh shoot. Yeah, so anyway, what I wanted to know was uh right, organic love, give what you want others to give to you. But yeah, I want thank you, Lily. I always want, I don't know, um how people do, how they do their lives without moderators. I have no idea, because especially like I'm very fortunate. Repeat what, Virtuous to mommy? I'm very fortunate that right now, oh my God, it's 50 people in here. I'm very fortunate that right now, this is the first time I've never seen this in my life before. We want to steer clear of the word, but yeah, it's 50 people up in here, DZ. Have you seen it this busy in here before? But I want people to come in and have fun and things like that. But I also want people to be yeah, that's right, Jay. I want people to be conscious of where they are and how they're conducting themselves. That's right. Love. You do everything in love. Yeah. But yeah, so hey Aileen, hi girl, how you doing? And I mean, it's moving fast too. I know, cooking in a mo. I don't know how to act. I'm not. What you say, bye? Thank y'all so much. I Before and after the mix has just been a slow process. I'm trying to get back to a comment, but I can't. Yes, you do, American Wanderer. Yes, you do. Time is go. I know, Vi. I know. I'm before and after the mix. I'm trying to catch, trying to catch people, and it's just before, like Tr say, before you know it, it's on up the wall. I'm trying before and after the mix. I have so many wonderful supporters. Y'all are awesome. Oh, thank you, Thank you, Jay. I know it's crazy. I done lost another one. Okay. But yeah, so I was trying to find Green Organic Love. I was trying to find I guess I'm gonna have to go back after the live is over and do it because it's moving so fast I can't keep up. Anyway, so yeah, I think that if we all come together and just really make this a yeah, 53. I got 65 thumbs up, y'all. Woo woo! Thank y'all so much. I'm so excited. Uh-oh. Y'all hold on just a second because I see the sun is going down. Let me turn the light on real quick. Okay. That way I won't be completely in the dark. Y'all can see me. I might be glowing. So anyway, what has everybody been up to? We're on a 3-2 rotation. Can I see you? Yes, cooking in the mall. I can see you. We're on a 3-2 rotation. So I work 3 days at home and 2 days in the office. And so those days kind of change. Yes, this is really nice. Is this life you bored? How are you bored? Oh, thank you before and after the mix. I can always count on you. Hey, Coach Sherry, I think I missed you when you came in. Dub C. Dub C, what's up, Dub C? I know before and after the mix, I thought for sure that when they hey, as told by Tina, how you doing? Bernie's TV. When they said, about the city and everything that we would just be home, but I'm in healthcare. I don't actually work with patients, but what we do drives the availability of hey Ja drives the availability of practitioners being available drives the availability of practitioners to patient care. DZ. So we have to be available, because we got so many things going on. If something comes up where we have to have a specialist or anything like that, we just have to be available. Yeah. Yeah, but fortunately for us, we work on the administrative side of healthcare, but our job is still critical to the clinical side of healthcare. Lola Ted, that's my girl. Lola Ted Mahakita. Mahakita Lola Ted. We are going to have an awesome time. Yes. Hey, Republic of Garcia. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Lisa's vlog. I don't know if I said that or not. Mahay's vlogs. Yes. Oh, yes. Share the love. Share the love, Republic of Garcia. We welcome. Love, love, love. Can't get enough. Love, love, love. Yeah. Your county is just making it mandatory to stay in. Oh, really? I thought that would have went across the board. Ah, yes, that's my girl. Hey, Marty Chavez. I know Mongo Myers. There's a lot of wonderful people that's in here. Make sure you connect with everybody. Um, Carter's Eats. What's going on? Hey, how are you? What? Oh, like it. Yes. Hey, Donya Bell. How's it going? But yeah, so this is kind of just where my mind was. I just wanted to make sure that um that I shared out as much information as possible because there was so much that I didn't know. And I learned things along the way, but I also made up some stuff based on what I saw other people doing that either didn't make sense to me or I felt like, there was a little bit better way watching the shenanigans along the way because uh I just saw some things and I was like, you have to. I'm a person, I love analogies, and because of the fact that I love analogies, I always try to relate whatever my current situation is to something that either I've been through or I anticipate going through. And so that's why I talked about like putting your feet up on the coffee table, sitting on the floor, eating a greasy piece of chicken without without a plate or a napkin or anything like that. That's why I talked about, a woman being kind of, chased down by a man and coming across desperate. I always use analogies because I think that psychologically we can relate to things better when we have something like that's real to compare it to. And so, um, what I want to do is create an opportunity for people to actually come in and ask me too, Coach Sherry, and ask questions about maybe something that they saw in another live. Maybe they were timed out, or maybe they were banned, or whatever, they couldn't figure out why they couldn't drop a link. Whatever the question is, I want to create an opportunity for people to be able to ask the question, because you can't always ask a question like in the live. You know what I'm saying? Like, for one, the host is busy, the moderators are busy, and then the other people who are not moderators may not necessarily know the answer to your question, or the chat may be moving so fast that people aren't actually seeing your question. So that brings me to the one thing that I learned about, and I learned about it from a weird way. The font option, Fatma. You can't say come. We don't use CM, return, or none of that. Somebody please delete that comment. He's talking to Jana Lynn. Need to Fatma. This is your second warning, honey. Please don't put that in the chat. Uh, did somebody get it? No. I'm trying to get it, but it went on up the wall. Anyway, yeah, if somebody can grab that, I sure would appreciate it. Oh, but that brings me to something that I learned about kind of in a weird way, and that's tagging. Because a lot of times what happens is you don't realize that um that people can't actually, okay, thank you before and after the mix. You don't realize that people can't see your comment all the time, especially when you're in a fast moving chat. So for people who are not aware, when you put the at symbol before the channel name, and what you have to keep in mind is my channel name is Tony Hendricks hyphen Green. So if you put the at symbol and put Tony, it's not going to tag it. It's not going to highlight it. It's not going to jump out for me to be able to see that you're talking to me. But if you put the at symbol in my channel name exactly the way it is, it's going to highlight it, and it looks orange sometimes and sometimes it looks red. But either way, it's going to highlight it, and you're going to be the person that's speaking with will see that you're talking specifically to them. And that way they can respond to you. And so some people, all right, thank you, Sylvia. Some people, they don't realize that by putting that at symbol, it tags the person that you're talking to. So I was in a live one time and I saw this person and they were trying to get the host's attention, but they kept typing the channel name, but they didn't put the at symbol. They did that and they said whatever they were saying 3 times. On the 4th time, and I'm sitting there watching this. Oh, okay. Yeah, DZ, I haven't had that experience. I have to actually put the at symbol for it to work for me. Anyway, um, on the, yeah, I'm leaving the chat because I guess you just ignoring me today. And I sent them a message and I put the at symbol, and I sent them a message with their channel name, and I said, the host can't see your message because you're not tagging them in what you're trying to say. And the minute I said that, and I said, you have to put the at symbol before their channel name and they'll see it. They did it, and the host immediately picked it up. And I typed them another message and I said, see, that's how it works. And so some people don't realize that you can do that. And so, like I said before, I found out by accident because somebody did that to me, and me being a tech head, not familiar with the way that the live chats work, what I did was I'm all in like where the emojis and everything are, trying to figure out how to highlight my name and all kinds of stuff. I had no idea how they were doing it. And then what I did was I saw a couple of people, because you can't see somebody's name highlighted if it's not yours. I saw a couple of people doing that, and I was like, oh, I wonder if that's how it works. So I put the at symbol and I put a person's name and I put a heart, and they immediately responded. So I asked the host, because I had their IG handle. I said, when you put the at symbol before a channel name, is that how the name is highlighted? And they said, yeah, that's called tagging. I said, what? What? Tagging? I thought you meant the tags that's in your video. Yes. I thought you meant the tags that's in your video. So when they start talking about putting tags in a chat, I'm sitting up here going, how you gonna put a tag in a chat? And then when he said, oh, that's tagging, I was like, what? Yes. Yes. It makes life so much easier. I feel for somebody who is technically just very involved in everything. I'm one of those kind of people. I'm nosy. So when I start a new job and I'm working with their technology, I'm nosy because if I have access to it, I'm digging into trying to see how it works. That's the way my brain works from a technical standpoint. That's how I wind up in the job that I'm in. I always got my hands into something. And then so yeah, here I am sitting up here trying to I'm trying to highlight. You know how in Word you can uh You go up to the menu bar and you actually click on the marker and it highlights it in whatever color you want it to highlight it in. Uh that's what I thought they was doing. So that's the option I was looking for. And I'm like, I don't see in here where you can use a marker to highlight people's name. And I had no idea that that's what they were doing. But it was hilarious when I figured out. Thank you. Is it Jonas? Jonas Cooking Official? Thank you so much. Hey, Conrays. Reyes. I'm butchering people's names tonight. Bernardo. Can I call you Bernardo? Yes, I just brain dead. I'm like, what is going on here? This is new information. I like new information. I love new information and or just information period. So I was cool. I'm doing good, family of Billy O USA. Hey honey, how are you? Oh, yeah, I welcome anybody here. Who was that? What's his name? Bernie. Yeah, I welcome anybody here, baby. I know before and after the mix, right? I be looking at their channel name like, okay, can I call you X, Y, and Z? I would definitely consider it, Dina, because believe it or not, I don't know nearly as much as a lot of these people that's in here. You can call me Jim, you can call me JT, you can call me a bite, all you can all, but don't call me late for dinner. I am too much. There, oh my goodness. Yes, this chat is going real fast. It's going so fast. Oh my gosh. I am not used to this. But yeah. So anyway, um but I have just really learned so much, so much being in this community. And one of the things Green Organic Love was talking about on her channel was I was in one of her lives and she was talking about the way that you actually title your videos and about using that bar to straight up and down. I have been doing that for a while because I learned that when I first started uploading videos, and I didn't use it on all of my videos, but I used it on most of my videos, and it helps to with the search for things. It helps the way that your videos are titled. Um, what you tag, it helps people be able to find your content. At one point, I had 10 people. I did a study on the way that my channel was being viewed because I've been on YouTube since 2014. I started uploading in 2017, but I took a break for the entire year of 2019. And I'm not going down that road, but yeah, I should have kept going. Yes, and what you do is the bar put you have information on both sides of it. And if you're curious, you can go look at some of the. You don't have to watch the videos, but you can go look at some of the way that my videos are titled. Um, but anyway, I did a study on and just for those of y'all who don't know, I have a degree in psychology. So one of one of the biggest parts of the degree plan that I was under. Anybody who studies psychology know that's a research field. So I'm always digging into stuff and everything. And oh, what well you um thank you, D. Um But what the study was, I wanted to see not just what people thought of my content, but I actually wanted to get realistic opinions of the way that they were actually able to connect with me. And so I took 10 people, and there were searches done on Google, there were searches done on YouTube, not YouTube, Google, Yahoo, MSN, I think is now called something else right now. But I had them search my name different ways. Let me tell you something. In the age, in with this being the digital age, for those of y'all, hey Oklahoma tree climber, for those of y'all who don't know, if you have never Googled your name in as many different variations of your name as possible, you are doing yourself a disservice. Number one reason why you would Google your own self is because you're trying to see where your information is sitting. I had in what came out of this research that I did was I had my name on some social platforms that I didn't even register for. And what they were doing is they were taking not links or content, but what they were doing is that they were connecting themselves some kind of way to the social media platforms that I was on, and they were like using my information to promote their business. So basically what I did was I took all the data that I acquired, and I went to these different platforms. I did not want to register with them. I was not registered with them. I did not want them using my information, and I went to their contact link, and I looked up how to remove the information from their website. Yes. I also told them that they had 7 days to remove my information. And if it was not removed, my attorney would be sending them a cease and desist order for using my information. That information was taken down within 24 hours. So, one of the reasons you Google yourself is because you don't know how your personal information is being used on the World Wide Web. And you have to be careful because when you connect yourselves to these apps, sometimes there are default settings in the apps that say that you allow your information, like you allow certain websites and stuff that you're registered with to connect to that app. And so what happens, fine print, yes, if you're not reading the fine print, they are basically using your information to market. So when you are downloading an app on your phone or any device, you want to make sure as you're going through and you're checking off stuff that you agree to this and you agree to that, that you are reading the fine print, because you don't want to give people the right to use your information any kind of way that they reason that you want to do that is because the more you do a search for your name or any variation of your name, the more you will see how your employer, how creditors, and how the average Joe Blow will view who you are. My name, my married name is Green. Tony Green, there is a musician, a vocalist out there whose name is Tony Green, right? So when I put in Tony Green, my name does not necessarily come up as results. It's the artist that comes in the top 10 results. But when I do a search for Tony Hendrix Green, whether I use the hyphen or not, or I do Tony Hendrix, then there's a different type of result that comes up. You want to do a search with your first name, your full middle name, your last name, whether it's hyphenated, your maiden name, or your married name. You want to do the search 5 different ways. With your middle initial, names you have ever used. With your middle initial, you want to do it with your full middle name. You want to do it with your first name without the middle initial, but one of your last names. So you want to do it in different, like you want to do a search in different um like different combinations. And the reason that's important is because when I bought my house, I used to have a nonprofit organization. When I bought my house, I had to that all names, or I don't know where this name came from, or I had to attest. One of the names, I can't explain why you lose friends except for the fact that people will subscribe and then unsubscribe. So the only thing that you can do is just keep hustling for that number. Jardine, I'm so sorry for your loss, but it happened to me. I lost 20 some odd people when I hit 1K. I got them back. Hustle is real, baby. You just got to keep grinding. Um, all right, American Wanderer. Yeah, so anyway, so you do a search for different variations of your names. So I had to sign this, I had to attest on this form of all these different ways that my name came up. And one of the ways that my name came up, it had my first name, it had my maiden name, and then it had my nonprofit organization. Tony, I think because I had two nonprofit organizations, and I think it was the New Power Houston. So no, Face of the Village. So it had Tony Hendricks, Face of the Village. Like Face of the Village was one of my. It tried to say that it was one of my names, and I'm like, why in the world would that be one of my names? Well, what happened was I had to register because I was a legitimate nonprofit organization, and there is an organization out there that of nonprofit organizations, and you get reported to the government if you are found to be conducting yourself a certain way. Well, that organization had me listed, and they only used my maiden name for some reason, even though I was listed as, yes, New Power Houston. You remember song? Um, Even though I was listed as Hendricks Green, it had me as Hendricks, but it connected my organization to the name. So at some point it reported that I was the official owner of this business. And so some kind of way another company got hold of that information, and they improperly used that information, and it was just out there in cyberspace. So I had to go out there once again and connect with this company and say, you need to take this information down. So Googling yourself helps you to clean up, not just clean up you Googling yourself, you find out that whether somebody's actually using your credit or not. So anyway, so that's one reason to go ahead and Google yourself. The other thing is it tells you where you are as far as your business and stuff. So this also helped me because I've always had a business in one way, shape, form, or fashion. So I was able to determine if the other thing was I will put the names of my business. No, you good, Bernie. Go ahead. As long as you're not saying for somebody to come to your channel, to as long as you're not self-promoting, not to say anything that is inappropriate. Lola Ted, are you still here, baby? Yeah, because we have some Filipino YouTubers in the, hey Lady K, in the chat. So as long as they can, okay. Bernie wants to type Tagalog. Do you mind just kind of keeping an eye on what he's posting to make sure it's on the up and up? Hey T, what's up, T? You good? But yeah, so there's a lot of things that you actually benefit from by, it was a study, and the study was not just about cleaning up my online presence, but it was also about giving me information to see. Oh, thank you, Sylvia. It's also about giving oh yes, cooking in the mode, most certainly. Oh, I'm okay. All right, baby. Um, it's also like you learn about your online presence, but it also gives you an idea of how people are using your information. So, what I mean by that is, I actually had a friend who had a YouTube channel, and her YouTube channel, she found not a YouTube channel, a Facebook page, and she found out by the little things that I showed her how to do. She found out that somebody had cloned her channel and was using her pictures of her, pictures of her child, and these were pictures. What they had done is they had taken all of this information off of Facebook, and they wound up using her pictures, her name, and all this kind of stuff. They created a MySpace page. They created a page on another social media platform. Like, they literally had taken all her information off of Facebook and was just out there kind of, and I don't know if they were catfishing or what they were doing, but they were out there just cutting up real bad with this girl's information. And so if you go to Google, when you go to Google, up in the right hand corner, there's an option for images. And if you click on, let me just double check, um because if you click on, yeah, it's called images. So if you go to Google and you click on images, there is a way, an image, and it will tell you where that picture pops up. So that's what I showed her. And I learned that on the show, from the show Catfish, because basically what they did was, when they was doing all this research, they were taking images, from these people that was being catfished, or was catfishing other people, and they were actually dropping these pictures into Google Images, and it would show them everywhere those pictures was being used. And because I saw that, I actually showed this girl, a friend of mine, I showed her how to do that. And she found all these pictures of her child, and her and her family and all that kind of stuff on other social media platforms. So now she had to go and she had to do the work to get all of this stuff cleaned up, and to notify these platforms that somebody had stolen her images and all that kind of stuff, and get the pages down and all that. And I don't know if they were ever able to trace it back to the person that was doing it. But uh she, by the time she was done, between what she learned from me and the places that I directed her to, how they helped her, she was able to get all of that stuff cleaned up. So that's why I say it's even more important when you're on social media, you're out there in the public, especially when you're can become recognized. You got a lot of content creators who are meeting up and doing these meet and greets, and you don't know if you're gonna be hooked up with some crazy person or what's going on. You just have to be careful. So you constantly have to be vigilant about making sure that your presence on the internet is representative of exactly who you are, and there aren't any fictitious records or behavior or anything going on, because employers as well as I mean, you name it, anybody that want to hook up with you and do business with you, whether it's to employ you for service or whatever the situation is, they will go on they will go on the internet and Google your behind real fast. And if you don't know what's up there, how are you going to have a conversation with somebody about what they found? The last thing I want to not be is in the know. The last thing I want to do is have somebody Google me and then a bunch of craziness come up and I'm sitting here going, well, what happened was, you know what I'm saying? This I in a similar situation, this girl did this for her she did this for her son, and he kept coming up like he had a criminal record. And you'd be surprised at how many people. Oh wow, I got 86 thumbs up. Oh my gosh. Yes. You'd be surprised at how many people have similar names. You know, I know of a situation where there's a father and son, and the only thing that's distinguishing them is the fact that one is a junior and one is a senior. Their birthdays are even close together. Obviously, not the year, but the month and the day is even close together. And the father kept coming up with a criminal record, but it wasn't him. It was his son who had gotten in trouble in college, and you know you constantly have to thank you before having to explain to different people that it wasn't you. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to check, and recheck. You need to create a schedule where you're constantly looking at these things, because you just never know. In this day and age, like I said, we're in a digital age. It's everything is online, and these hackers are not playing. They're attacking large businesses and everything. Hey, Bonnie Rose. And if they're not afraid to attack large businesses, who are you? Who are you? Hey, Elsa fan? Who are you? You're literally nothing compared to like these large companies and stuff. So you want to be vigilant about making sure you cross your T's and dot your I's. And the other thing I want to tell you, because I'm real big on keeping records and stuff like that, you want to make anytime you get a situation resolved, you want to create a folder and file that sucker away for at least 10 years. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because even the federal government, when you're dealing with your taxes and stuff, they go back far. So you never know when you're going to have to represent that information proving that this issue was resolved back then, and it might have popped up, out of the blue, trying to rear its ugly head again. But if you have that documentation, I would say at least 7 to 10 years, because say for example with your credit, there are some things that stay on there for 7 years, and there are some things that stay on there for 10 years. But most things don't stay on there past 10 years. No, there ain't no joking. Oh, yeah. The mosquitoes are getting bad. I was getting eaten up earlier. Yeah. So, the way that you should process things in your mind is that you're keeping your records for as long as you either got to keep your tax records, or for as long as you got to keep documentation for your credit. And like I said, a lot of stuff, there's stuff that's 7 years and there's stuff that's 10 years. I know that's real virtuous too, mommy. So you have to make sure you're not just taking care of your personal, your physical being, but that you're taking care of, and now you're dealing with health and wellness. Because for those of y'all who don't know, I am a health and wellness advocate. And so, with the industry that I'm in, health and wellness encompasses 6 different areas: your finances, spiritual, fitness, nutrition. I always do this. There's 6 different areas. Let me start over. Uh, Nutrition, your medical health, your mental health, your fitness, your spiritual health, and your you're just made up of one part. You're made up of a bunch of different parts. So in order for you to be okay, you have to address the needs of the total man. Every aspect of who you are needs to be addressed. Ooh, what am I doing? Okay, Lola Ted. I was trying to earlier the problem because the chat was going too fast. Let me see if I can find. Y'all give me 1 second, okay? Oh, it's jumping. Oh my gosh. Okay, Lola Ted, we're all set. Yeah. So Ram, are you there? Are you there, Ram? So does anybody have somebody to answer for you, or that I can actually research? This is like you're so close. Come in, get them when you least expect it. The chat is gone. Yeah, it's a trip. It's like have just never seen it move this fast. Not in mine. I've seen it move this fast in other people's, but I've never seen it move this fast in mine. And it's just I'm talking about up in here. Oh my God, y'all! I'm 9 away from 100 thumbs up. I've never had 100. Well, no, I think I may have had 100 likes on one time, like while I was actually in the live. Are you there, Rom? Hey, cooking in the mo. But yeah, so anyway, did anybody you took the well? Yes. Does anybody have any questions? Or did y'all have anything that maybe you wanted me to research and talk about the next time? Did you go by fast already? Oh, wait a minute. I think I missed you, Rom. Good. I see you. I see you. Yes, before and after the mix. Apparently so. Because I looked at my I'm halfway there, DZ. I looked at my watch hours today, and I'm just about halfway there. But oh no, I was trying to do it earlier, Ron, but the chat was moving so fast and you kept going up the yeah, so I'm excited because this has been a journey. You know what I'm saying? Hey, before and after the mix, did you see somebody drop their link? Bernie, you can't say return. Can somebody delete that for me? Bernie's comment. I sure hope so, before and after the mix, because it's been on the grind. Appreciate that. But anything that y'all think that you might want to like might want me to research or talk about or things like that, I'll be happy to do so. Y'all have any questions or anything like that? I just think that, we can't um we can't just take for granted that everything was there's so many reasons why it won't be. Before and after the mix, did you happen to see the comment I was talking about? All right, Bonnie Rose. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. So yeah, but anything that y'all can come up with, but that's about like being a content creator from the perspective of connecting with it was Bernie's comment, and he was saying something about returning love or something like that. But I wanted to talk about like the from the perspective of being a content creator, um, going to people's lives and connecting with people and watching their videos and things like that. Being a content creator that's been actually inducted into being a moderator and how to conduct yourself so that okay, you got it, DZ. Thank you. And conducting yourself from even getting into making sure that you understand your is making sure that you know about how to protect yourself, how to search, to just you want to clear. It's like um researching your digital health is kind of like going to for me it's like a wine tasting. So most people who and Nika, you can't use come, sweetheart. We don't say come, we don't say back, we don't say return. Um, but anybody who knows about like going to a wine tasting knows that in between or it's any kind of tasting because I used to be a member of the Strolling Man uh club, and what that is that that's for Johnny Walker. So anytime you went to a tasting, what would happen would be you would be educated about what you were about to you would be about partake in, and then you would partake, and then they would provide uh like coffee or something, water, or you would be provided with something to cleanse your palate. Some people used cucumbers, different things that were refreshing that would actually clean your palate. Um, I'm good, Rena. I couldn't get the comment from Anika. I hope somebody grabbed it because I couldn't get to it. Um, but different things like that. So that's what it reminds me of, is that, especially, going to different tastings and stuff. In between what you're tasting, you have to uh cleanse your palate. And so that's how it is when you're dealing with your digital health. Yes. So when you're dealing with your digital health, you have to clean everything up, get everything healthy. And you do that in between your grinding. So cleaning up and auditing your digital health is cleaning your palate in between your grinding. So whether you're grinding for your 9 to 5, you're grinding for your business, you're grinding for YouTube, you're grinding for your family, whatever the situation is, in your grinding, take time out to cleanse your palate. Get on the internet, do digital health, get everything cleared up. If there's nothing for you to clean up, you're doing great. But do not get comfortable. The minute you get comfortable, you forget. And then next thing you know, by the time you go back to it, then something else has popped up and you want to stay on top of it. That's the same thing as checking your credit score and all of that stuff. You want to make sure you stay on top of it. Make sure nobody's using your credit. Oh, and for those of y'all who have children, let me tell you something. Don't sleep on criminals, okay? When you are running a check on your name, how old your child is, especially if they are under the age to be able to apply for credit, you need to Google your child. I have a relative who found out that another relative was using their child's social security number to get all kinds of stuff in their name. And had she not audited her digital health and the digital health, she would not known that this child's name had already been used for a line of credit. You have to be careful. People do not care. They don't care. So just because your child is younger, I mean, because your child is a minor, it doesn't matter. They are not exempt from identity theft and fraud. You have to make sure you are your child. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes. Your brother, your sister, your mama, your child, whomever it is, you are their keeper. Especially senior citizens, they get taken advantage of on a regular basis. The children, and it's because people feel like they are not paying attention. And for the most part, it's true. People are asleep. So you have to wake up. Yeah. Virtuous Two Mommy says she froze her child's credit from the time they were born. But you have to wake up and understand now what they need to do. They're going to do what they want to do for the sake of hustling. There is there's bad hustle. Bad hustle don't amount to nothing, but it hurts so many people. So you seriously have to make sure that you're paying attention to everything that's going on, because you don't know what people's intentions are. 6 more. We get, did everybody like the live? Did everybody give me a thumbs up? If you are not connected to me, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. I am a faithful and loyal supporter. I have some of everything. I got cooking videos. I have videos about nutrition. I have a series called Let's Talk About that addresses different topics concerning health and wellness. I have these dogs that I do in my car. I have some hauls where I've actually shown you what I purchased. Yes. I have a lot of different content, and as of today, I think it is, it's like 263, 264, something like that videos. We got 102. Woo woo! Team Jammers! Yeah! Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yes. Yes. Whoop whoop. Uh-huh. Okay. So with that being said, should we close the night out with a poem? Dina say, yay! Okay. So this poem is titled I Knew Her. And this poem was actually written because I so I'm a self-published poet. For those of you who don't know, DZ. Um, and this my book is actually dedicated to my best friend who passed away. And so this poem that I'm about to read to you was written for her, and it's called I Knew Her. And it goes like this. She had eyes that provided the love them. What can I say? She had a smile that welcomed you home, and I loved it, but I was not alone. She had a heart of gold and so full of love, and I loved that. It was a gift from above. She had the strength of an army in battle, and I loved that too. She never got rattled. I had a need for a friend, and she was there until the end. We shared secrets as they would occur, and because of that, I say I knew her. As time would separate, but love would reunite, a friend so pure as the air on a cool winter night. She was straightforward but tactful, and a woman after mine own heart. Somehow we knew that this was just the start of our bond, our connection. You never had to ask. We would pass notes in algebra and practice drill team after class. Anyone who met her knew that she was special for sure. But my life is as I can say that I knew her. And this is dedicated to the memory of Sergeant Christy L. Moore Hardin. My love, my best friend, and my sister, I miss you. What a night. What a night. DZ, you a mess. screen. I didn't go live last night. I didn't go live last night, but I've been doing poetry like the last three. Is it the last three songs? Last three songs. The last three live songs that I've done my poetry. It's been the last three. Oh, D don't cry. She was a fighter. This is a girl. We went to high school together. This is my best friend. She had and it's basically when your lungs turn to scar tissue over time. And even when she was in the hospital, she had her oxygen mask on with her oxygen tank on her shoulder, and she was going to class. She literally got her last degree like weeks before she passed away. So she's always been very driven, very determined. Uh, she was, that's just the kind of person she was. And she has a beautiful soul. Her oldest daughter, oh my gosh, her oldest daughter is the spitting image of her. They could be twins. Yeah. So just so y'all know, me and Vi Scott Speaks will be doing a collab where we are sharing our poetry together on the screen together. And we're going to be talking about what made what made us decide to write in that particular style. We're going to be talking about some of everything. I also have another collab um, in the works. My YouTube book is over there. I have another collab in the works. I haven't asked Lola Tet this, but I want to do a collab with her where we talk. I want to talk to both of our communities. Ah, Bonnie Rose. I want us to talk to both of our communities just about, from perspective, but I want to be able to say what I need to say in English, and then she say it in Tagalog, and then vice versa. And then, yes, I got a lot of them come up. Y'all forgive me for bumping this thing. She ain't said yet. She ain't said yes yet. I haven't asked her. I just kind of put it out there, hoping she would say yeah. And then I gotta catch up with her, but because it's Cooking with Autism is another channel. I still do the collab, but uh we're supposed to be doing a collab where we each take an ingredient and create something. Um, that's going to be our collab. We'll take the same ingredient and create something. I would love to try to do something like that with Green Organic Love, but she has a garden and I don't like being outside in the dirt. So I don't know how this is going to work out, because whatever I get, I'm going to have to get it from the store. So um and then I'll be posting. I will tell you. Oh, thank you, Lola. Yay, yay, yay. um I have because I like the filming and editing and uploading like my video. I don't mind the lives, but I like the actual content, the pre-recorded content. And so okay. And so because of that, I was supposed to go today, but my husband took my car today. So um to go get my pots and pans, because I have some recipes that I want to bring to you all so that you can see how to use some of these essential oils and stuff like that. Hey, Ja. And so you can see how to use some of these essential oils that you can actually ingest, because I have essential oils that you're not supposed to eat. They're used for like your body, or they're used for like the diffuser. But then I have some essential oils that are actually, you can put them in your food. And so the one that ain't going to be streams, and but the cooking ones that I'm talking about, I haven't quite I haven't quite decided. I don't think I'm going to do those live because I feel like if I do a cooking video live, I need a camera person because I'm going to be moving around the kitchen, and to try to reposition the camera to capture everything is just going to be too tedious. So I can actually film and then splice and edit and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. So anyway, yeah. So if y'all hey GMP, if y'all yeah, because we're what do we do? Did we just we haven't decided on one, Jay, right? I think I said I need to think about it and for the one that we're gonna do. Oh, thank you, Rena. Oh, thank you, Ja. I sure would appreciate that, girl. Yes, I think they're gonna be a lot of fun. But Jay, the one that we're supposed to be doing, I have to let me look because I have your yeah, I need to think. Okay, yeah. So I what I'll do, Jay, is I'll try to come up with something. Give me a week, and I'll try to come up with a couple different ideas, and then we can narrow it down. Okay. So that's what I want to do is I want to actually connect with people and do things where I'm actually working with different people and stuff because I have a whole bunch of videos where it's just me. Oh, really? Where did you get yours from, Lola Ted? Oh, thank you, Vi. And Jay, if you think of something beforehand, don't hesitate to shoot me a message on Instagram, okay? If you think of something. But yeah, so there's a lot of different things that I want to kind of tap into. I noticed that you say we were talking about the collabs that I know, right, Ja? The collabs that I'm kind of got lined up and I'm working on trying to organize. So DFC, everybody who has not provided your mailing address, you need to make sure you shoot it to me on Instagram. Song, I know you just moved, so I know I don't have your current address. So if you can text it to me because I need to. Okay. But y'all, we are counting down to the last minute of this live. Thank y'all so, so, so much. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all for riding with me. I appreciate y'all for coming through and showing me love. I can't believe we had up to 52 people in the house. OMG, we got 103 likes today. Man, this has been an awesome night. This has been so great. So I thank y'all for coming in. I know y'all gonna come back and we're gonna do this again. I will be on live tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Yes. The only day in the next week, well, the only day in the next few days that I won't be live is Friday because I have to work late. So it Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'll be going live at the same time. So I think I'm gonna stick to the 6:30 time because that kind of works. Most of the larger channels are off by then and people don't have to choose me over anybody else or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Carter's Eats. I'm trying to see okay. Yeah, so but yeah, so you wanna come back and hang with me tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow. We're gonna do another poem tomorrow. I don't know. One of these days I'll get up the nerve to actually sing. I played my song for y'all, but who knows? Who knows? Y'all might get a live performance. Yes, and I have a collab coming with song too. Yes, yes. We've been talking nonstop about that, so I am so excited. But anyway, thank y'all very much. And I'm going to end it the way I always end it. And as always, love yourself, love somebody else. And until next time, y'all take care. Bye.